Whoa! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! We're gonna crash the Lambo. Oh! Keep it clean. Meant to do that. Meant to do that. 50 more days till the F1, huh? Well, it looks like this weather's not going to clear up anytime soon, so I reckon we just go for it. Make the most of it, yeah? Let's do it. Whoops. This might be a good place to pull over and explain what the hell's going on, I think. So, this is not a new technology, but a new technology to the world of sim racing. So what you're looking at is a map that has been created using a technology called photogrammetry. Now, photogrammetry has been used for a while now. You might have seen documentaries about things like the Titanic, where they go down in submarines, scan everything, and then create a real life model in the computer based off the photographs that they've taken. We've also seen this used in things like Microsoft Flight Simulator as well, but this is one of the first maps that I've seen used, using photogrammetry for the context of sim racing. So this is something that's really cool to look at. Now, this is a map that's been created by a very talented guy who I've linked the video down in the description below. The amount of work that's gone into this is absolutely incredible. So the really cool thing about this, and I'll put links down to his descriptions and tutorial videos, as well as the side-by-side comparison video that he made showing the real-life footage that he recorded to actually make this map, as well as the footage of him actually driving around, so you can actually see side by side. But what we're looking at here is basically a guy's strapped a GoPro 5, I think it was, to his helmet and ridden his bicycle around this town, his hometown in Serbia, and created a sequence of images which he's then basically created reference points, made all sorts of maps and everything based off these photographs. So all he's done is just use the photographs. He hasn't used any expensive 3D scanners or anything like that to do this. And I think that's probably the coolest thing about this, is the fact that, you know, you don't need to have high-end technology to achieve this. All you need is a crap load of time, and the amount of time that he's spent on this is just incredible. But basically, yeah, it's just a sequence of images that are used with reference points to create a 3D map from the images alone. And yeah, you end up with a semi-photorealistic, I'd say, representation of real life. Now, when I say semi-photorealistic, I say that because, I mean, obviously you can see there is some funny business going on with some of the textures around, and, you know, obviously the resolution isn't what it would be in real life. Now, the reason for that is obviously when you're taking photographs of things, you're taking it at a certain point, and then if you drive closer to that point in the sim, then obviously you're losing resolution as you get closer to the object, based upon, you know, where the actual reference image was taken from. You also obviously doesn't map everything. So if you look down this little laneway, for example, you can see anything outside the bounds of the camera and what's been recorded, it goes all fuzzy. So very similar to Google Maps, or Google Street View, I should say, in many ways. But what it does do is it creates this really photorealistic textures, and it's just the ambience of the environment. You get the natural kind of lighting, you get the, you know, the natural color temperature, the natural saturation, and it just looks absolutely incredible. And obviously there are some other limitations as well. When you're, you know, operating in daylight, then you get weird shadows and things like this. And one of the things that I know he's done when he created this was, you know, do it when it was cloudy outside so that you didn't get weird shadows going on everywhere. And that means that we can do things like create a completely different environment here. So if I go into Soul Manager, I can turn off the rain, just like that, and there you go. We've got game generated shadows and lighting. That rain on the windscreen will go away after a little while. Probably should have left the windscreen wiper on, but yeah, I mean, you can see the game generated lighting effects and how they cast across the trees and the environment, and it's just something else. So cool. Now, another thing he mentioned that he had to do as well, and I don't want to give away all the little bits and pieces, I really want you to go and watch his tutorial video. He really does deserve the views, is he had to actually do multiple passes as well, because obviously any cars or any bicycles or any people that are walking around are going to show up and ruin the capture as well, because you don't want to have static cars. So in a couple of places on the map you can actually see where there's cars that are parked beside the road and stuff. There's a car park there where you can see a couple of cars parked, for example, and they, you know, the texture mapping there could use some smoothing off. But obviously any cars that are driving on the road around you are going to corrupt the model. So he had to do multiple passes until he managed to get enough data to create the environment without any interference. So absolutely amazing. But let's pick up the pace again now. Go for another little drive, and then I'm going to show you another map as well that's been created using the same technology on a wider scale. So let's enjoy this a little bit more first. Oh. Whoa, nearly got the tail in the wall. But just the immersion that you get from the natural tones and color temperatures and everything is just, it really does pull you in a way that I haven't experienced before in a driving sim. We'll go down the main drag past the shops once more, I think. See if we can't create some chaos. Not sure how fast we can take these turns. Alright, over the little bridge. Whoa, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We're going to crash the Lambo. Oh, keep it clean. Meant to do that. Meant to do that. Alright, well, let's quit while we're ahead here, and let's go check out this other track using the same tech. Okay, so this is Santa Monica Mountains by Todd K, who some of you guys will be familiar with. Looks like we've got a bit of a pile up going on down here. Ouch, that's going to be expensive. Don't you run into me. Whoa, 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 Lambo. Lucky it's a sim. Very lucky it's a sim. Okay. Hopefully that's our drama for the day. Watch out, little 8.6. So I'll drop some links down in the description again for you guys to check this track out, support the creator, Todd K. and of course download the track. But yeah, this is created with the same idea, photogrammetry. So everything you're seeing is created from, I believe he had a GoPro sticking out the roof of his car and driving around at about 30 miles an hour. And this is obviously done on a much larger scale than the previous track that we looked at. What's going on here? We've got a Maserati, it looks like, crashed into the wall. That's okay. Won't worry about him. Just mind our own business. And what strikes me with this circuit is, I mean, not only the scale, but the amount of texture that we're getting and just that color as well. I mean, we're doing game-generated lighting effects in terms of the sunlight and shadows and everything, but what he's managed to achieve in terms of the textures is incredible. I mean, this is it looks so lifelike. I mean, I've never driven here in real life, obviously, but I've driven on plenty mountain roads, and it's just so immersive. It's something else. I mean, I hope it comes across on the camera as well as it's coming across to my eyes, because this is remarkable. We can see a bit of a train going on up ahead. See if we can't catch these guys up and join them. Must be an 86 or 86 club meet going on, I think. Little bumps in the road. I mean, again, I don't know how authentic these bumps in the road are, but it could be errors in the texture map, or it could be that that's what it's like in real life and he's recreated it to that level of detail. But I mean, that's the thing again, like it's not quite a laser scan, but it's the same kind of idea. It picks up all the variations based on what's in the photos and then creates the texture map from that. And again, definitely check out that previous video that I told you about with the link down in the description, where he goes through the entire process and how he puts all this together, because it really is something else. We've got a McLaren hot on our tail here that we're holding up. Sorry buddy, but this is as fast as I go. What have we got here? Warning triangles. That means speed up, right? Whoa, definitely slowing down. Got a SLS, AC Cobra, is it? Whoops, okay, we don't want to crash off the mountain here. Let's get back a bit. Okay. Look at that view. Awesome. Okay, let's catch these guys back up. Try not to crash. Don't crash, don't crash. Sorry, McLaren. I might let you past, actually. You're definitely faster than me. Okay. He's off. He's not waiting around. Oh, sharp right-hander. So you can see there are weird things like that over there where the texture map doesn't sort of, you know, extend beyond just the range of the camera, and you're always going to get that with photogrammetry. That's just one of the limitations. But it's really interesting to sort of think about where this might go in the future. I mean, obviously, Google Maps and Street View is a good example of, you know, the scale that's possible. And imagine like if everybody had cameras on their car with high resolution and everybody captured everywhere they drove, and it just created this giant map of every single road in the world, and then you could just load the section that you want to drive into the sim. I mean, those are the kinds of things that sound, you know, decades away, but I mean, look what this guy's been able to do. It's possible. It's just the scale. It just takes time. And I mean, obviously the data required is massive as well. Like this is a, I think it was about a 2 or 1.7, 1.8 gig download compressed, and then 3.6 gig decompressed or something, just for, you know, 20 odd miles of road. But Yeah, imagine if you had fast enough internet that you could just load in, like the way Google Maps works. Imagine if you could just load in the bit that you want to look at as you go. That'd be crazy. This is amazing. This is so cool. I love the variation that you get in sim racing. You can, you know, grind away at lap times around a circuit. You can battle away in a race, or you can just jump in a Lambo and go for a drive like this. It's just so satisfying. I mean, one of the things that I get asked, or not always in the friendliest manner either, but one of the things I get asked all the time is, you know, why would you have such an expensive sim when you could just buy a car? And the reason is, you can't do this. You can't just buy every car. You can't just automatically teleport to anywhere in the world. With a sim, you can drive any car, anywhere. The possibilities are endless. And I mean, when you get creativity like this, the possibilities really are endless. So, yeah, this is so cool. I love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, we'll let the Cayman past. Just follow this train for a little while. Do have a soft spot for that Cayman, not gonna lie. So if you've driven here in real life, let me know how it compares in terms of you know, the features, and you know, how lifelike is it? Are all the bumps legit? Are all the little textures and, you know, landmarks and things like that legit as well? Or is there any creative embellishment going on here? Creative license? Don't crash into the Porsche. Look at that landscape though, that's amazing. Look at that view. Look at that view, that's so cool. And surely that can't all be photogrammetry either. Whoops, oh dear. Not looking where I'm going. Looking at the scenery. That'll cost you. Oops. We got cars bouncing off the walls. I love the interior of this Huracan as well in AC. It's actually drove one of these in real life a couple of weeks ago. Lamborghini were kind enough to loan us one for a couple of days to do some mucking around, and yeah, the forged carbon is very, very legit, just how it is in the real car. Engine sound needs some work, not gonna lie. Doesn't quite have that authentic V10 scream. The pops and crackles are pretty authentic though. Anyway, I think that gives you a pretty good idea of what's possible with photogrammetry. And again, definitely check out the videos linked down in the description for the tutorials on how this is done by the creators themselves, as well as download links where you can get your hands on these tracks. And definitely 100% support these creators. Jump on their Patreons, send them a PayPal tip and so forth, because the amount of time that goes into this is absolutely insane. Like, yeah, I mean, I would love to do this kind of thing myself if I had the time, but I just don't. So I'm very, very thankful for others who do put in the time to create things like that for us. But that's it for today, guys. Really hope you've enjoyed the video, and yeah, hope it's got you pumped for some of the things that we might see into the future as well. It's just really exciting stuff. And yeah, I keep saying that sim racing really is in its infancy, and it's going to be really interesting to see where we are in a couple of years' time. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye.